Alright guys, King Fight News here. Manny Pacquiao finally starting to talk some smack versus Timothy Bradley here into the build-up of their fight going down April 12th, MGM Grand. And Freddie Roach, as usual, is starting to, really start to talk smack and basically rep for his fighter. As he usually does, he makes outlandish statements. No doubt about it. Uh, he tends to make very outlandish statements in the build-ups of Manny Pacquiao's fights, and this is no surprise here. Uh, Freddie Roach is talking about how Manny Pacquiao's the punches he landed is what broke Tim Bradley's ankles and shit. That's what he had to say. Um, Bradley says he fought Manny last time with 2 bad feet. I don't remember him coming into the ring with a wheelchair. He hurt his feet when Manny connected his power punches on him. Manny hit the Bradley so hard it broke his ankles. That's what he had to say. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous because you know what? We all saw in the 4th round Tim Bradley trip up a bit when he was using a lot of head movement to basically make Pacquiao miss. However, he ended up hurting his ankles in the process. And yeah, you could say indirectly, that was due to Manny Pacquiao punching. But we've seen Tim Bradley use head movement before, and to me, any injury is not the fighter's fault they got injured. Um, the mat could have been slippery. We don't know. We've heard many times on the boxing program where there's advertisements on the ring, and it's so easy to slip on them. I've heard that so many times. So, to me, that was a fluke. That was a fluke incident where fighters get injured and they're just forced to fight through, and that's where you really see the heart of a champion. And how does that make Roach feel so confident? This time he's not fighting a fighter that has hurt ankles. And in fact, the last time Tim Bradley did have hurt ankles, he won the fight. So I don't know how that's making him feel confident that Manny Pacquiao was able to do that and still lose. But that's Freddie Roach. He's also mentioning that Manny Pacquiao is very motivated for the fight, and he's decided no matter how many fights they have remaining, they really want to put the pressure and try and win every single fight, and they want to be world champions again, and that's why they're fighting Tim Bradley, because if you want a belt, you got to go through the champ, and that's the champ, Tim Bradley. He's the man that took your title in the beginning, and if a fighter's silent, I think that's the guy that's working the hardest, and even it's Floyd Mayweather, even when he's training for big fights, you don't hear too much media on Floyd Mayweather, but and his quotes. And I think Ted Bradley's he's a real laid back kind of guy. He didn't want to talk too much shit, but during the press conference he had to say something. And when he brought this killer instinct shit, it just snowballed into this thing where it sounds like Manny Pacquiao is really taking it personally, and the media has just rolled with that shit, and it's gotten ridiculous to a point where every time Pacquiao has an interview, he's got to bring that shit up. He even put that shit on his blog that he's got the killer instinct. He's got it. That shit is starting to get ridiculous. But Manny Pacquiao even recently said he thought he won 10 rounds of the first fight. 10 rounds against Tim Bradley in the first fight. And I know Harold Letterman had it, a virtuoso type scorecard, but that was not what happened in those 12 rounds. There's no way Manny Pacquiao won 10 rounds. That's a real far cry. And I think those are the really bad judges, the ones that scored it such a shutout and not giving Tim Bradley credit for landing the body shots, for landing the clean jabs, for landing the right hand, and being the ring general, for being the guy that's outworking Pacquiao, And if you're not going to sit there and give credit and give Tim Bradley at least 5 rounds, then you know what? I can't respect your judging. I can't do it. I don't think that was a 116-112. I don't think that was like a 9 rounds to 3 type performance from Manny Pacquiao. If you want to give it to him, okay, I could see it. 7 rounds to 5. That's okay. That's a reasonable scorecard. But let's be honest. It was a pinpoint, very close fight. Could have gone either way, and Tim Bradley got the nod. So this is a real interesting rematch, and I don't know. To me, it just feels like Roach and Manny Pacquiao are together watching the replays of the first fight over and over again, listening to HBO commentary, and they truly think that they have a decided advantage, and this is going to be an easy fight. And if they think it's going to be an easy fight, it's going to be a rude awakening come April 12th. It's going to be a rude awakening. They're not going to know what hit them because Tim Bradley just whooped Marquez's ass. And he's a boxing phenom on his own, And, he's got the defense. He's got the foot movement. He's got the hand speed to hang in there with Manny Pacquiao. He's got enough power to hold his own. He's super underrated right now. And it sounds like the media really wants to get behind Manny Pacquiao and they want him to come back. But he's against an animal right now that's on the verge of being a pound-for-pound star. And when you're up against a fighter like that who really wants that respect, at the end of the day, this is about more. There's way more to win for Tim Bradley than there is for Manny Pacquiao. Let's be honest. Tim Bradley is gunning for respect. That's something you just can't put a price on. Is respect. In this game, that means a heck of a lot. And Manny Pacquiao already has the respect of his people. He's got the respect of the media. He's got everything that anyone would ever want to accomplish in boxing. But Tim Bradley's still on the come up, which is ridiculous to say because he's already 2-time world champion, still undefeated, still taking down big name fighters, and he still has not got the respect he deserves. And it's going to come down to everything. They're going to put everything on the line in this fight. And I think Tim Bradley's has what it takes to beat Manny Pacquiao again. And I think Tim Bradley wants to face the best Manny Pacquiao in there. He doesn't want to have no excuses by the end of the fight. He wants to be the guy, the first guy to beat Pacquiao convincingly, more convincingly than Marquez did. Right? I think that's what he wants to do. And all I'll say is next is don't sleep on a knockout. Don't sleep on it. Because Manny Pacquiao could wind up jumping in there again. You never know. He said he learned, but we haven't seen him against a smart boxer. The last time we saw that, he was sleeping in the ring. So we just gotta wait and see, guys. This is a very interesting fight, and I can't wait. I can't wait for the 24/7 because they say Manny Pacquiao's training real hard, but it's easy to beat up on Stevie Forrest, man. It's easy to beat up on these young sparring partners that don't have a lot of professional experience. Tim Bradley, we know who he's sparring with. He's sparring with fucking Julio Diaz. He's sparring with Mauricio Herrera. He's sparring with A-level, B-level guys, Not completely, guys like still at like 5-0, 7-0. Or a guy like Stevie Forbes who's really a 135 pounder, 140 pound guy. So it'll be interesting to see what transpires as we move along. I believe there's gonna be 2 episodes of 24/7. I would have really liked to see a 3rd episode in there, but I think the first one will air March 22nd, so that'll be this week. Can't wait to see that, and hopefully we have an excellent fight. Let me know what you guys think. As always, it is what it is, guys. Peace out.